dual of each other. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So what you can do is that you can solve min-cut deterministically by computing the maximum flow. And computing the maximum flow, it's not that complicated. You just try to find some pipe. You find the path from S to T, okay? And you put a lot of you put 1 unit of fluid in all this edge. Then you remove this edge, and you restart. Okay, you look for a path between S and T, and you fill it, and you remove this path, etc. And when you're done, then you have a maximum flow. So it's a theorem. You have to prove it, but it works. Okay. So basically, the complexity of this algorithm is more or less O of Mn plus some logarithmic factor. Okay. Well, I'm not sure about the logarithmic factor here. Let's check it. Yes, you need that. Okay, you need this logarithmic factor. Okay, so basically, what do you need to do to compute a min-cut? What do I need to do to compute a min-cut? I have an algorithm for the maximum flow, and now how do I compute a min-cut?
All the edges that completely fill and partition, there's a partition that comes.
Yes, the edges that are completely filled contain the cut.
Correct.
That's right.
So that doesn't make cut.
No. Well.
Connex component is
Well,
part of the min-cut.
Can you find S and T in this problem? Okay, there are S and T here. There is no S and T here.
S is any node of S, and T is any node of S bar.
Yep. So how do I find a min-cut?
I take the connect component of S in the residual graph.
Yeah, but what is S? I just try any node.
I loop over all.
Yeah.
All
So
S.
we need to try all the pairs. So do we really need to try all the pairs?
We can fix S and try
All the T's. Okay, so we fix S and we try all the T's. Okay, we want each of them to be in both both sides of a cut. Okay, so once we fix S, we try all the T's. So basically, it adds a big O of n, but it turns out that with some effort, you can remove it. That means that you can compute all this flow together. Okay, but it's not trivial. Okay, so this is the deterministic algorithm. Okay, it's not related really to the cut. It's messy. Okay, you have to look afterwards to all the edges that are filled. You have to remove some of them. Okay, in order to find a cut, because imagine that you have just one path. Okay, all the edges will be filled, and there is just one edge in a cut. Okay, you want no, you have every one of them. Okay, no, anyway, well, you need some work. So it's not direct. So what we want is a simple and beautiful, possibly beautiful algorithm that works as fast. Okay, and this is where randomness plays a role. So let's see a random algorithm for min-cut. So the idea will be very neat. The idea is the following, is that what is a cut? A cut basically is that you have two meganodes here, and you have all these edges between some node of this meganode to some other node of the other meganode. Okay, you can see this node as a set of nodes, and this set of nodes as a meganode. Okay, and you look at all the edges between them. Okay, so in order to give a sense to that, I will just consider now multigraphs. And the multigraph is simply a graph where each edge may appear several times. Okay, and this number is the multiplicity of an edge. An example of such a graph, for instance, is this one. Okay. This is a multigraph. Okay, so these guys are the nodes. You have self-loops. You have also self-loops. Okay, and here the multiplicity of this edge is 3. Here this multiplicity is 2. Okay, here the multiplicity is 1, and for the loops the multiplicity is 1. Okay, you count once, only one each loops. Okay, it's the number of edge, and it's just one edge. Okay, so for instance, in this guy, the degree is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but its degree is 6. Okay, it is connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 edges. Okay. So we have a multigraph. Okay, and so this is multigraph, and we will define, given a partition of the nodes P. So what is a partition? It's just a set of sets S1, Sn, such that the union, not Sn, Sk, for I going from 1 to k of Vsi is equal to V, and for all I different from J, Si, the intersection of Si and Sj is empty. Okay, this is a partition. So given a partition, we will consider the graph. We consider the multigraph G over P defined as follows. We will just identify all the vertices within each set. Okay? So the set of vertices and the set of edges of this graph is simply V over P, which is simply P. Okay? The vertices are the different set of a partition. Okay? And the edges are defined just as I mentioned here. It's simply there is one edge UV indexed by A. No. There is one S1, Si, Sj. For all such that there exists such that E equals UV and U belongs to Si and V belongs to Sj, and it's in A. Okay? So there is one edge between set Si and Sj for all edges that goes from one vertex of Si to one vertex of Sj. Okay? So for instance, if I consider the following graph, if I consider the graph, for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the graph G. Okay, and now I consider the partition. So 1 and 2 are together, and let's say 4, 5, 6 are together, and 3 is alone. Then G over P, what you do is that you have a meganode here. So it's 1, 2. There is a meganode here, which is 3. Okay, and there is another meganode here, of these guys are there. And you have, oh, there is no double edges. So let's say that G is this way.